What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to be checking out this 2025 Ford Mustang Mach E. This is a premium E all-wheel drive, finished off in the molten magenta. This is a super cool looking exterior paint color. MSRP is around $56,000. First off, do you think it's cool that they called this a Mustang? A little interesting using a muscle car's name on an electric car, but the Mach E in general is probably one of the better electric cars out there. I feel like it's pretty well priced. So let's take a look at what is underneath the hood. Of course, a Mustang is going to have a V8 under the hood, as we can all expect. However, as we can see, no. So this is a fully electric car. You're going to get a nice little cargo area, which is at least a good touch. And then for the horsepower, this has 370 horsepower with 500 pound-feet of torque. It is all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 is 4.8 seconds. Curb weight is 4,800 pounds. And we have the extended range 88 kilowatt-hour battery with a 300-mile range. Go ahead and close on this. For the styling, this magenta color looks awesome. It almost looks like Porsche's Ruby Star, just a little bit darker. You have a nice design for the LED headlights, and I like how they still have that 3-bar design that a Mustang is going to have. This really cool texture design throughout the upper grille. It's not actually a grille, though. It's more of just a textured piece. You have the Pony logo right in the center, along with that forward-facing camera. There's parking sensors, active grille shutters, a nice aggressive front splitter, and then openings right through the side. So it's a good looking car. I love how the hood slopes downwards too. Just gives it a sporty looking design for a family crossover. At the side, we're gonna get more of the gloss black trim, and it even makes its way all the way around these fenders. Gloss black 20-inch wheels with a 6-piston Brembo brake caliper up front. Got more of the black all throughout it, and then you can see the Mach E4 logo. Super clean lines throughout the side of this car. Gloss black on the mirror caps, turn signal, and camera, and then all black for the window trim. Up above, it looks like just a gloss black roof, but it is a full panoramic glass panel. I also like how they styled it to where the black is up here and the pink stays down here, just to get it more of that fast pack look. So it has a really cool profile. I think it's a really good looking car overall. Can't find a bad angle. You're gonna get more of these nice smooth body lines throughout the fenders. And then as we make our way in back, I love the clear LED taillights with those 3 bars. You got the black sloping into that spoiler, Pony badge in the center with the rear facing camera, and then just nice clean lines all throughout the back end with more gloss black throughout the bottom. We have a button under here you can grab, press that to pop open the lift gate. We have a pretty good amount of space in here as well, with a flat load floor, cubby spots on the right and left side, and then storage as well as a plug down below. Now you can reach these buttons and even fold these flat from back here to truly maximize the space, and I like how the cargo cover kind of stays with the top. Makes a lot of sense. Pressing that, we can just let everything close. Now for the door handles, there aren't door handles. You just press this button and you can see how this pops. One thing cool, I can't close it right now at all, so you're not gonna risk getting your fingers smushed when you try to open it. Once you pull it, this little black stopper will retract. So that actually held the door open, so you could grab this trim right here and open it up. So that's a nice touch so you don't smush your fingers. And then with the seats folded down, you can see how that all looks compared to the seats folded up. Now this can seat 3 people back here. We have a nice black leather interior. You're gonna see all sorts of this soft touch leather style material throughout the interior. All the door panels are covered in it. You have this cool release handle mesh for the speakers, and then the smooth leather as well as the perforations all throughout it. In the center, we can pull this open. We have an armrest and cup holders, and then we have air vents and plugs down below with storage behind these seats. Now at 5'11", hopping in the back, it's a fine back seat. I have about 1 inch of legroom. My feet are kind of smushed under here with like some of the fabric underneath the seat, so my feet aren't the most comfortable. Got about 1 inch or so of headroom. These seats themselves are pretty comfortable with the padding. Really nice design there. Bases feel a little low, so my legs feel a little high in my chest, and I do feel like I'm sitting up a little higher. So it is fine for a smaller crossover. However, it doesn't feel as big back here as I would expect. You can still fit kids and car seats, but for full-grown adults, it might be just a little on the tight side. Now for the front doors, you can press this button and you have this little winglet, which is the grab handle. There's also a keypad on the pillar. Now for this door panel, just like in the back, we have the nice smooth material, the silver trim. We have memory seating, the Bang & Olufsen, a cool release handle, memory seating and power seats as well. You got all those controls. And then we have the same material with the smooth leather style along with the red stitching. That panoramic roof looks really cool up there as well. And then we have a sporty looking 3-spoke steering wheel. Now hopping into the front, foot on the brake. We can fire it all up. It's got some cool animations for the two massive screens. And then we have black leather wrapped steering wheel with volume and audio control on the right, cruise control on the left side with the lane keeping. And then in the center, I like how you have this little screen. You have your power on the right, you have charge indication, as well as your range. And then we have your speed right in the center with some of your cruise control settings. For the right stalk, you're gonna get your drive select. So you pull this up for reverse, down for drive, and then you have that P button as well. Full 360 camera view, windshield wipers as well. And then all the headlights and interior dimming with traction control on this left side. You got more of the soft touch, this fake plastic carbon fiber style, and then a cool speaker design with all this mesh throughout the front portion of the dashboard. Got the Bang & Olufsen logo to it, and then just a little bit harder plastics up here with that double bubble design, which is kind of blocked by the screen. So interesting design cue right there. But then we have this silver trim with the fake carbon and then the soft touch as well. Moving on to the center screen, you get a lot of information here, and it actually does work really well. You have all sorts of different apps within the car. You can tap the car icon and you have all sorts of different settings you can play with. You have your drive modes, the one pedal driving. We have a shortcut for the camera as well that you can play with. And then down below you can tap fan speed and then use this rotor dial to make those adjustments. Same thing goes for the temperature. You can either tap it or use that. Heated and ventilated seating. Then we have wireless phone charging down below with a couple different plugs. Your cup holders, phone storage, extra storage, parking brake, and your parking button. More of this nice soft touch material with the stitching. And then I like the padding on the armrest with more contrast stitching. Opening that up, you're gonna get extra storage space. And then the glove box on the right side is a pretty large bucket, as expected. Well, let's look at the interior. Definitely a cool place to be with a nice use of materials all around. And then I love that panoramic sunroof up above. We have our sunglass holder with all of your dome lights, garage door buttons up above, and then a nice thin frameless mirror. All right, so setting off now in the 2025 Mach E. So this one's kind of a mid-trimmel. So setting off now in the 2025 Mustang Mach E, this is sort of a middle trim level. You can get a GT, which has even more power, but since this one has the extended range battery, this has a lot more power than the standard ones. So it's a pretty cool setup without really going too crazy in price. The magenta paint, I have got to say, is one of the coolest paint colors I've seen on an affordable car. I love the style of it, especially with all the gloss black. It looks really cool. So sitting in here, the build quality feels really good. It feels quiet and smooth. We're gonna hit some big train tracks going normal speed just to test out the quality. It tackles bumps with ease. It's just a really well put together car, honestly. Nothing's rattling, nothing's creaking. The doors close very solid. It feels like a solid car, which is nice. These electric cars obviously weigh a lot, but it's nice to see that they feel like they're pretty structural as well. For power, again, this isn't the fastest one available, but it is more quick than the other ones. It's pretty quick. It isn't maybe blow your socks off fast, but from like 0 to 40, this thing really, you can feel some G-forces. So it's got some power. Once you're moving, it's just nicely quick. So no complaints with power. It's basically exactly where you'd want it. You have your 3 different drive modes, the Whisper, Engage, and Unbridled. Unbridled kind of gets the one pedal driving a little bit more aggressive. When you take your foot off the brake, you can feel that regen. You can turn the one pedal completely on to where when I take my foot off the gas, it actually starts slowing down. You have the propulsion sound. So that's what it sounds like. And then when you turn it off, nice and quiet. So cool to see the different drive modes just to adjust how this vehicle feels. There's auto brake hold as well. Ride quality as you're cruising, it's smooth and quiet. You don't really hear any wind or anything. I mean, it's a nice place to be. You have really good visibility with a lot of glass. The C-pillar is a little thick back there, so maybe a little bit tight to see in the rear quarter of the car, but I don't really have any complaints with my mirrors adjusted properly. And then when you take turns with it, even when you accelerate, it is a very planted car. You have that center of gravity very low with the heavy battery pack on the floor. So it feels really nice as we just kind of cruise through turns. The steering response also feels really nice. So 0 to 60, we're under 5 seconds. So we'll do that real quick. We can turn traction control off too, which is nice. So yeah, once we hit about 40, it doesn't start to like really rip anymore. But again, well balanced for all of that. Seating position, we can get this in a pretty good spot. However, just like the back seats, I wish I could lower this front seat a little bit. This car just feels like it's this much too small. I want to sink a little bit deeper into the car. Overall though, you have good armrests. The seats are very nicely padded, so it's a comfortable place to be. the tech works well. I honestly don't mind the giant screen. I'm glad they've at least put a small screen up here just to give you the basics. But even the climate control, where I'm normally not a fan of tapping icons to make changes, honestly, just the way it's laid out, it's really simple to make adjustments to climate since it's always there and you have the rotary dial. So I really don't have any complaints with that. And then just the basic things you're going to use, I mean, everything's kind of right there. So I don't mind the screen. I think it looks good. It makes sense for an electric car to have like a screen like this. But I think overall, if you're gonna be driving this car, you're gonna enjoy it. It's a nice place to be. It's a nice car overall. And they styled it very cool. The exterior looks good. You got cool paint options, plenty of nice trims, and the interior just kind of works. It's a good mid-size crossover without being too big or too small. It's easy to place. You can see even the lines in the hood, so it kind of gives you that Mustang feeling too. Still a little funny that they named it a Mustang. I don't really see why. I think they could have just called it a Mach E and it wouldn't have made any difference. So it's a cool vehicle overall. Really nothing to complain about. I think it's just definitely one of the better electric cars out there and very well worth picking up.